93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
His advice, if it doesn't look right, drive away and you'll be all right. With your Alexa flash briefing, I'm John Herrick. A considerable amount of rain has fallen over the last 15 hours across Indiana, which means you need to watch out for flooding, says Mike Kosh, a meteorologist with the National Weather Service in Indianapolis.
Well, against flooding, definitely don't drive flowing water. You can never, certainly, especially at night, you can never tell how deep the water is, and even a foot of water can sweep a car away. Stay away from drains and culverts.
He says rain and storms are likely to pick back up again today around 4 o'clock, with a small chance of seeing severe weather through midnight. The state will soon be allowing visitors at nursing homes again. Eric Berman reports.
Indiana followed federal guidance and banned visitors because of the risk of spreading coronavirus. But Family and Social Services Administration Chief Medical Officer Dan Raciniak says being in isolation has health effects too. So the state will allow outdoor visits.
Transmission risks are much lower outdoors. We believe that the risk of COVID transmission in long-term care facilities and the need for those interactions can be balanced.
Nursing homes with high infection rates at the facility or in the surrounding community will still face restrictions. Eric Berman, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Gunshots fired on the street Saturday night brings charges from the feds. Chris Davis explains.
Police say Antonio Wooden shot at least one round at IMPD officers during riots downtown Saturday night. That was caught on video, but when he moved, you could hear more shots being fired. When police searched his home, they found his American Tactical .223 rifle, 2 magazines, and 60 rounds of ammo, plus some marijuana. He was already wanted in Ohio on drug charges, and so he faces federal charges for the incident. Chris Davis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
What about all those people gathering and not practicing social distancing over the weekend during the riots and the recent protests in the middle of the coronavirus pandemic?
I've been asked whether I'm concerned about an uptick in COVID-19 cases due to the large gatherings that we have been seeing take place.
And State Health Commissioner Chris Box says, yes, of course she's concerned. She urges you to get tested if you are exhibiting coronavirus symptoms and wear a mask when you're out in public. 10 more Hoosier deaths to coronavirus reported Wednesday by the State Department of Health, bringing the total number of people who have died from the virus in Indiana to 2,032. Out of nearly 278,000 people tested, 13% have tested positive. The department will give another update around noon today. Indiana National Guard troops are among those protecting the nation's capital now. On Wednesday, the Guard said 160 troops were headed for Washington, D.C. They're being sent there to help protect the city as protests and violent clashes with police continue. A Guard spokesman says he's not sure when the troops will return to Indiana. You might not get to see them in person, but you also may be able to watch and listen to Indiana Pacers games again soon. Rob Conant explains.
If the plan is approved by the NBA, the Pacers would be one of 22 teams to play 8 regular season games at the Disney Wide World of Sports complex in Orlando starting July 31st. Then after that, the top 16 teams would play in the postseason, which would run until October, with all players, coaches, and staff staying in Orlando the entire time. Rob Conant, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
WIBC's flash briefings are updated throughout the day, so you can always check for the latest local news. You can also rejoin us in the car at 93.1 FM to stay on top of the latest traffic alerts, weather, and news. I'm John Herrick, on the level, on the go, and on Twitter at 93 WIBC and WIBC.com.